Hi, good day, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Today, look at the question on the board. The question is on circle geometry. So the question says, O, O is the center of the circle. O is the center of the circle. Then find angle OAB. Find angle OAB. So this angle we are required to find. OAB. So this angle here, we're asked to find this angle at this place. So now let's study the diagram. In my previous lesson, I treated something like this, similar to this one, where we have a circle and having two tangents, which touches the circumference of the circle. Then the tangent also have a contact with the radius of the circle, as you can see. Now we know that when a tangent have a contact with a radius, both of them forms angle 90 degrees. So that means that this place gives us angle 90. Here gives us angle 90. So now we have 90, 90 here. Now looking at the shape, from the whole shape, we know that from A to O is a line, is a radius. OA. AO is a radius and BO is also a radius. And also which is part of this shape called quadrilateral. So they have four sides, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So that is the quadrilateral. In that case, we have this angle, we have this angle, we have this angle, remaining this angle. So now let's use this triangle that we have to find the remaining angle, which is angle BOA or angle AOB. So now to find angle BOA. So we say that angle BOA is equal to 360 degrees minus the sum of these three angles, minus 90 plus 90 plus 56. The reason for this is the sum of angles. Sum of angles. Sum of angles in a quad. In a quad. That is in a quadrilateral. Sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. So that is how we know that when we add this together, subtract from 360, the remaining one will be this. So now we have 360 degrees minus this plus this will give us 180 degrees. 180 plus 56 will give us 236. So this is 236 degrees. So we're going to subtract 236 degrees from here. When we do that, 236 degrees will give us 360 minus 236. We have 4, bringing down here 2, in our 124 degrees. So we have 124 degrees, which is this angle. But that's not what the question said. The question said we should find angle OAB. So we're looking for OAB, this angle here. Now, it is easier to find OAB since we found angle BOA. It is easier to find this. Now, looking at the shape again, we know that this is a quadrilateral. Sorry, this is a radius of the circle. This is also radius. Now, this is a chord joining A to B. Now, since these are radius of a circle is equal at any given point. So the radius from here to here is equal to radius from here to here. So now this gives us an isosceles triangle. Since the two sides are equal, the radius, these are both radius, they are equal. So this is an isosceles triangle that we have here. So now to find this, and we know the property of an isosceles triangle, that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are always equal. So since this is an isosceles triangle, this and this also are equal. And now, since the base angles are equal, we have to find, we already found this place. So now, since we know that, since triangle BOA equals isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle, we have that angle, we will have that angle OAB will be equal to 180 degrees minus angle BOA divided by 2. Reason base angles of an isosceles triangle. Reason base angles of isosceles triangle. Base angles of an isosceles triangle. So let's look at this. When we subtract this, we have, so this angle here is 124. So 180 degrees minus 124 degrees will give us 124. 180 degrees minus 124 degrees. Minus this gives us 6. Minus this gives us 6. 7 minus 2 give you 5. So that's 56. So this is 56 degrees divided by 2. 56 over 2 will give us 28 degrees. And that is option C. Option C. Option C. So we'll take another question. Similar one. Let me give you a similar question. You can solve. We have is a circle. Now let's look at the question. It says O is the center of the circle. Then find the ratio between x and y. Look at the shape given to you. It's a geometry. Look at this AO, and so in the shape we have a triangle, which is AOB. That's triangle. Now the question says that O is the center of the circle. Then this is the radius of the circle. Let's call this place M. So OM is the radius of the circle. Also, it is a perpendicular by it forms a 90 degrees, forms 90 degrees with this angle, with this line AB. It is not bisected line, but it forms 90 degrees with the line AB. So now we have this angle 25 degrees. Here is y and here is 51. We are asked to find the ratio between x and y such that we have x is to y. Find the ratio between x and y such that you have what? X is to y. Now, what we need to do is to find the value of x and find the value of y. We need to just find the value of x and the y. So this is our x here. See the x. This angle here is x. So we need to find our x, find y, and then find the ratio between x and the y. Now look at this triangle here. AOM. This is a triangle. Now, since we know that here is 90 degrees, what will this place be? Also 90 degrees. It's also 90 degrees. So to find x, therefore x will be equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees plus 51. 90 plus 51, which is equals to 180 degrees minus 90 plus 51 is 141. So 180 minus 141 will give us 9 plus 3 and then 39. So we have 39 degrees. That's the value of x. Let's find y. Similarly, y will be equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees plus 25 degrees. So that y will be equal to 180 degrees minus this plus this will give us 115 degrees. Similarly, we say 180 minus 115 degrees. We have 5. What's remaining here is 6 and then 65. Our answer is 65 for y. Now the ratio between x and y. Ratio between x and y will be equal to x is to y, which is equal to 139 is to 65. 39 is to 65. So when we cancel out, numbers that can cancel the two numbers out, find our simple ratio. If there's a number that can cancel out, I think. So this is the ratio. This is the ratio between x and the y.